everybody. I'm Craig Wolfley, and you are
Tunch Ilkin.
And this is our wrap-up, post-game Cincinnati Bungles wrap-up, presented by the good people of J&D Waterproofing and Home Improvements.
A family-owned business, and you can call a 1-800-VERY-DRY and tell them Tunch and Wolf sent you. And I love the way this
That
video...
was very dry, the way you read that.
Right,
so
right.
Just wanted to let you know.
Yeah. Well, it says very dry.
Okay. Well,
But you know what?
Very dry in.
But I thought it was sponsored by the ESCALOSER
Oh.
because that's what we saw once again.
Is that not our most favorite thing to watch when
you know.
we're in Cincinnati? Now think about it. The Steelers emerged from Paul Brown Stadium 18-3. They've won like the last 7 in a row or 6 in a row, something like that.
I don't even
But
remember the last time they lost there.
It is hard. But
Yeah.
what do we remember most?
The ESCALOSER.
The ESCALOSER.
The escalator, they're going down, and people. But I will say this: they left late.
They did.
Because
You're right. The game was not wrapped up until the final 10
that's
seconds.
That's right. The 21-20, minute 18. Ben has all 3 timeouts. We talked about it in the air. We said, wait a second, there's plenty of time. Don't panic. I was not expecting a touchdown on that final drive. I thought they were going to get close enough for Boz to kick a field goal, but I wasn't expecting a touchdown. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. The Bengals dial up an all-out blitz, get 0 coverage. That means there's no safety over the top,
Right.
and everybody's up in press. And Steelers ran a rub route because pick routes are illegal.
Exactly.
And it was Katie bar the door.
You know what was interesting was I'm on the sidelines, and of course the tension and everything else is building. So you've got a minute 18. Ben comes down. He's talking to the Hogs and everybody else. And the first thing he says to everybody is, they left us too much time. I mean, come on, that's Cool Hand Luke, right? So he comes out there with the boys. He goes 4 of 8 on that drive as far as passing. The beautiful thing is I'm positioning myself. I'm watching to my left the Wizard of Boz warming up.
Right.
And I'm watching my right, watching Ben do his thing on the field. And I'm looking back and forth. And an incomplete pass, you see Boz kicking the ball, and then a completion pass, he'd slow down a little bit. It was really something watching the dynamic between the two. I had some people say to me, do you think he wanted to kick that field goal? I'll bet you money he wanted to go out there and kick that field goal, because the only way you can get back on the horse is to get back on the horse.
Right. We've been wondering, has this been a thing that Boz has the yips? Is it in his head?
Right.
He doesn't seem to be that kind of an athlete.
Nope.
But we'll have to see as the
I
season
wonder
goes on.
about injury. And has that altered your swing?
Yeah.
What have you? I don't know. I was such a poor golfer and baseball player that if I'd broken my arms, it wouldn't have mattered.
Right,
That's
yeah,
how bad
you
it's
still had a great swing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyways, one of the things that was evident in this game was that Ben and AB are back on track. They're connecting well again. Vontaze Burfict was not a factor. He tried to be.
He tried
but
to be,
not.
indeed.
He was not a factor. I think that James Conner showed why we can honestly say Le'Veon who?
Well,
Because Le'Veon has not been there, and he has been...
he's been missing in action. There's no question about it.
He isn't here. He said he was supposed to come in for the bye week, and the bye week's already halfway over.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
The thing about it is James Conner showed again. 19 carries, 111 yards, 5.8 per carry. That's some nice carrying of the pigskin right there. Ran over Sean Williams. Remember, that was dynamo. Ran over the dude on a play and actually shook him up. He had to leave the game. But I love the way he's running. He's running through people. He's running away from people. He's running around people. That's what you need from a running back. James Conner is delivering some big-time performances.
And you know what? I like the way the Steelers started the game with 2 tights, and Vance McElroy set the tone early. I mean, he ran right through Vontaze Burfict on that catch, on that outcut. He ran through 5 guys. It took 5 guys to bring him down.
And, man, he was like a Bronco buster, huh?
He was a runaway freight train. But as you pointed out, Preston Brown jumped on his back, went for a ride. As I pointed out, that wasn't his first rodeo.
No, you're exactly correct.
Yeah.
That was absolutely true. And then you flip it over defensively speaking. You had 3 sacks. You had 4 quarterback hurries. 7 times that you got after Dalton like that. I think it played into it. They did a great job of shutting down the run. Joe Mixon only had
69 yards.
Okay, 69 yards.
Yeah.
This defense, Chaluch, in the first 4 weeks was giving up 29 points a game. Last 2 weeks, they're averaging giving up 19 points a game.
So rounding into shape. Now the one bad thing is, you always ask, is this a good week for the bye?
Right.
I would have liked to see the bye a little later. I'd like to see them continue this roll that they're on. Hopefully, the bye week doesn't stifle their growth.
Yesterday I was down on the south side and doing a thing with the offensive line, and not one of them seemed to mind it was the bye week.
I know.
You know how it is.
Everyone loves the bye week.
You love the bye week. If
Yeah.
it came the second week of the season, you still love the bye
Yeah,
week. But
yeah.
I agree with you. It would be nice for them to continue that momentum. It is what it is. You take the bye week, you roll with it, and they're rolling now.
So is Lev Bell going to be there next week?
I do not know, but I think you should stay tuned and make sure that you stay riding with us along here, because we'll find out like everybody else finds out.
Right.
You
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, Wolf usually finds out before everybody else, but he tells everybody Tuesdays later.
Well, the problem is, frankly, I don't find out more than anybody else. I'm usually the last to know anything.
Well, thanks for joining us this time with Wolf and Tunch. Is presented
we
by
over?
J&D.
Is this
Yeah,
through
we're
yet?
done. Yeah, you're
Okay.
done. You're done. You're done.
Done.
Although you got any more?
No,
right.
I already thought we were done.
Yeah, we're done.
Okay.